Have you ever wondered how a simple idea transforms into a law that shapes our society? Today, we'll walk through the fascinating journey of how laws are made, step by step. Understanding this process not only helps us appreciate the rules that govern us, but also empowers us to participate in our democracy. From the initial spark of an idea to the moment a law is enforced, each stage involves careful consideration, debate, and decision-making. Let's begin our exploration by looking at where it all starts: the proposal of a new law. Every law begins as an idea. This idea can come from anyone, an elected official, a concerned citizen, or even a group advocating for change. Sometimes, these ideas arise from current events, social issues, or the need to address gaps in existing laws. Once the idea is clear, it's time to put it into action. The next step is to draft this idea into a formal proposal known as a bill. But before that, the idea is often discussed informally to gauge support and refine its purpose. Once an idea gains traction, it's time to draft it into a bill. Lawmakers, often with the help of legal experts, carefully write the bill to ensure clarity and legality. This draft outlines the purpose of the proposed law, its scope, and how it will be implemented. Drafting is a crucial step because the language must be precise to avoid confusion or loopholes. After the draft is complete, the bill is ready to be introduced to the legislative body for consideration. With the bill drafted, it's time for its official introduction. In most legislative systems, a member of the legislature, often called a sponsor, formally presents the bill. This is usually done in the lower house, such as the House of Representatives or a similar body. The introduction is a public announcement that the bill is now up for consideration. At this stage, the bill is assigned a number and entered into the official record, marking the beginning of its legislative journey. After introduction, the bill goes through its first reading. This is typically a formal process where the bill's title and main objectives are read aloud to the legislative body. The first reading serves as an official notification to all members that the bill exists and is ready for further action. No debate or vote occurs at this stage. It's simply an announcement and a way to put the bill on everyone's radar. Following the first reading, the bill is assigned to a relevant committee. Committees are smaller groups within the legislature that specialize in specific topics, such as education, health, or finance. The committee assignment is crucial because these members have the expertise to examine the bill's details. They review the bill, hold hearings, and may invite experts or the public to provide input. This stage allows for a thorough examination before the bill moves forward. Within the committee, the bill undergoes hearings. These are meetings where committee members discuss the bill's merits and potential issues. They may call on experts, stakeholders, or members of the public to testify and share their perspectives. Hearings are essential for gathering information and understanding the bill's impact. This open discussion helps identify strengths and weaknesses, ensuring the bill is as effective and fair as possible. After hearings, the committee may suggest changes to the bill. This process is called markup. During markup sessions, committee members debate, amend, and rewrite parts of the bill to address concerns or improve its effectiveness. The goal is to refine the bill so it stands a better chance of passing. Once the committee is satisfied, they vote on whether to send the bill back to the full legislative body for further consideration. Once the markup is complete, the committee holds a vote. If the majority supports the bill, it moves forward in the legislative process. If not, the bill may be tabled or rejected. This vote is a critical checkpoint, as many bills do not make it past committee. Those that do are considered strong enough to be debated by the entire legislative body. If the bill passes committee, it returns to the full legislative body for a second reading. This time, members discuss the bill in more detail. They debate its merits, propose further amendments, and consider its potential impact. The second reading is often where the most significant changes are made, as lawmakers work to address concerns and build consensus. During the floor debate, all members of the legislative body have the opportunity to speak for or against the bill. This is a public process, often covered by the media, where arguments are made and opinions are voiced. Lawmakers may propose additional amendments or changes. The floor debate is crucial for transparency and allows the public to see how their representatives are shaping the law. After the floor debate, the legislative body votes on the bill. This vote determines whether the bill will move forward. If the majority supports it, the bill advances to the next stage. If not, it may be sent back for revisions or dropped entirely. This vote is a pivotal moment, as it reflects the collective judgment of the lawmakers. If the bill passes the second reading vote, it moves to the third reading. This is usually the final opportunity for lawmakers to review the bill's text and make any last-minute changes. The third reading focuses on the final version of the bill, ensuring that all amendments have been properly incorporated and that the language is clear and precise. After the third reading, the legislative body takes a final vote. This vote determines whether the bill will move to the other house of the legislature, such as the Senate. A majority is required for the bill to advance. If it fails, the process ends here for this bill. If it passes, the bill continues its journey through the legislative process. If the bill passes the first house, it is sent to the second house of the legislature. The process in the second house is similar to the first. The bill is introduced, assigned to a committee, and goes through readings, debates, and votes. This ensures that both chambers have a chance to review and shape the proposed law. In the second house, the bill is once again assigned to a relevant committee. The committee reviews the bill, holds hearings, and may suggest amendments. This stage allows the second house to bring its perspective and expertise to the proposed law, ensuring a thorough and balanced review. After committee review, the bill is debated by the full second house. Lawmakers discuss its merits, propose changes, and consider its impact. These debates are often lively, as members bring different viewpoints and priorities to the table. The goal is to ensure the bill serves the public interest and addresses any remaining concerns. During the debate, the second house may propose amendments to the bill. These changes can be minor or significant, depending on the concerns raised. If amendments are adopted, the bill's text is updated accordingly. This process ensures that the final version reflects the input of both legislative chambers. After all debates and amendments, the second house takes a final vote on the bill. If the majority supports it, the bill moves forward. If not, it may be sent back for further changes or rejected. This vote is the last step before the bill can become law, provided both houses agree on the final version. Sometimes, the two houses pass different versions of the bill. When this happens, a conference committee is formed, made up of members from both houses. Their job is to resolve any differences and agree on a single version. This process may involve negotiation and compromise to ensure the bill is acceptable to both chambers. Once the conference committee reaches an agreement, they issue a report outlining the final version of the bill. Both houses must then vote to approve this version. If both agree, the bill is ready for the next step. If not, further negotiations may be needed, or the bill may fail. After both houses approve the final version, the bill is enrolled. This means it is prepared in its official form, with all amendments and changes included. The enrolled bill is then signed by the leaders of both houses, certifying that it has passed all required steps. This prepares the bill for the next stage: presentation to the executive. The enrolled bill is presented to the executive branch, usually the president or governor. This is a formal step where the executive reviews the bill and decides whether to approve or reject it. The executive's decision is the final hurdle before the bill can become law. If the executive approves the bill, they sign it into law. This signature is the official act that enacts the bill, making it part of the legal system. The new law is then published and communicated to the public, so everyone knows the new rules that will be enforced. Sometimes, the executive may reject the bill by issuing a veto. This means the bill does not become law. However, the legislature may have the power to override the veto with a supermajority vote. If they succeed, the bill becomes law despite the executive's objections. If the executive vetoes the bill, the legislature can attempt to override the veto. This usually requires a higher threshold, such as a 2/3 majority in both houses. If the override is successful, the bill becomes law. If not, the bill fails and does not become law. Once the bill is signed by the executive or the veto is overridden, it officially becomes law. The new law is assigned a number and published in official records. Government agencies and the public are notified, and preparations begin for implementation. After becoming law, the new statute is published in official government publications. This ensures that everyone, citizens, businesses, and government agencies, can access and understand the new rules. Publication is essential for transparency and compliance. With the law published, government agencies begin the process of implementation. This may involve creating new regulations, training staff, or informing the public about the changes. Implementation ensures that the law is put into practice and achieves its intended goals. Once implemented, the law is enforced by relevant authorities. This means ensuring that everyone follows the new rules. Enforcement may involve inspections, penalties for violations, or support for those affected by the law. Effective enforcement is key to the law's success. Sometimes, new laws are challenged in court. Judicial review allows courts to examine whether the law is constitutional and fair. If a court finds the law violates the Constitution, it may be struck down or modified. This process ensures that laws respect fundamental rights and legal principles. Over time, laws may need to be changed or removed. Lawmakers can amend existing laws to update or improve them. If a law is no longer needed or effective, it can be repealed. This ongoing process ensures that the legal system adapts to changing needs and circumstances. Citizens play an important role in the lawmaking process. They can propose ideas, contact lawmakers, testify at hearings, or participate in public consultations. Public participation ensures that laws reflect the needs and values of the community. Interest groups, organizations, and individuals often engage in lobbying and advocacy to influence the lawmaking process. They provide information, suggest changes, and try to persuade lawmakers to support or oppose certain bills. While lobbying can be controversial, it is a recognized part of the democratic process. The media plays a vital role in informing the public about proposed laws and the legislative process. News reports, interviews, and analysis help citizens understand what's at stake and how laws may affect them. Media coverage also holds lawmakers accountable for their decisions. Transparency is essential for a healthy democracy. Legislative sessions, committee hearings, and votes are often open to the public or broadcast online. This openness allows citizens to follow the process and trust that laws are made fairly and openly. The lawmaking process includes checks and balances to prevent abuse of power. Each branch of government, legislative, executive, and judicial has a role in making, enforcing, and interpreting laws. This system ensures that no single branch becomes too powerful. Constitutions provide the framework for lawmaking. They set out the powers and limits of government, outline the legislative process, and protect fundamental rights. All laws must comply with the Constitution, ensuring that they are fair and just. Sometimes, international agreements or global trends influence national lawmaking. Treaties, conventions, and best practices from other countries can inspire new laws or require changes to existing ones. This helps ensure that laws keep pace with a changing world. Not all laws follow the same process. Some, like emergency laws or budget bills, may have special procedures for faster approval. Others, such as constitutional amendments, require extra steps or higher approval thresholds. Understanding these differences helps explain why some laws move quickly while others take more time. Committees are the workhorses of the legislative process. They handle the detailed review, debate, and amendment of bills. By dividing the workload, committees ensure that each bill receives careful attention from experts in the relevant field. Public hearings are an important part of the lawmaking process. They give citizens, experts, and stakeholders a chance to share their views on proposed laws. This input helps lawmakers make informed decisions and ensures that laws reflect the needs of the community. Legal experts play a key role in drafting and reviewing bills. They ensure that the language is clear, the bill is constitutional, and that it will work as intended. Their expertise helps prevent problems and makes laws more effective. The lawmaking process is never truly finished. Laws are constantly reviewed, amended, and improved to meet the changing needs of society. This ongoing process ensures that the legal system remains fair, effective, and responsive to new challenges. In summary, the journey from idea to law is a complex but essential process. Each step from drafting and debate to approval and enforcement ensures that laws are carefully considered and serve the public good. By understanding how laws are made, we can better appreciate the importance of participation, transparency, and accountability in our democracy. The next time you hear about a new law, you'll know the many steps it took to get there.